In this video, I'm going to show you a super easy and free to use tool to crop your images. Now, it could be that you're designing for the web, or it could be that a client has sent you an image that maybe needs to be sized to certain dimensions, or it could just be that you've taken a photograph and you want to remove somebody from it. How do you do that, and how do you do that for free? Well, I'm going to show you in this video. Now, we're going to make use of Adobe Express, and this is one of the many free tools that are available. I've got loads of other videos on my channel for other tools such as resizing images or removing backgrounds from images, but in this one we're going to focus on cropping our images. Now, the other great thing about this tool, aside from the fact it's completely free of charge to use, is that you don't even need to have an Adobe account to use it. So you can essentially go to the web address using the direct link in the description below. It's not an affiliate link, just a standard link to save you time. And then you can make use of this tool free of charge, and you don't need an account. I will show you, however, later in this video how you can make use of the rest of the features and functionality built into Adobe Express for free to maybe take your image and, let's say for example, add some text or elements and prepare it for maybe posting to social media. But let's start off with accessing the tool. So as I said, direct link in the description below. I'm going to go to quick actions and I'm going to choose the crop image option from image quick action. So you'll see there are many tools there that you can make use of. Now, in this little GIF on the right hand side, is basically showing us how this works. So you can just resize your image. In this case, there are a group of people. They maybe want to crop this image just to have certain people in, but maybe maintain certain aspect ratios like they have on the left hand side. So let's have a look at how to use it. We're going to click on upload your photo, and we need to have an image to make use of for this particular tutorial. Now, it's worth mentioning that if you are using this tool, there are some restrictions in place for your images. So they need to be certain file types. We've got JPEGs, PNG, and they can only be up to 17 megabytes, which is still quite large in terms of file size for an image. One that isn't listed here that's important to know is that it cannot be over 6,000 pixels. So if you've taken a photograph in incredibly high resolution, or you've maybe downloaded one from websites like Unsplash or Pexels, where you've got lots of open license, open use images, if you've downloaded a very high resolution one, then just check that the pixels are less than 6,000, otherwise it won't allow you to upload and use that image. Anyway, let's, instead of dragging, let's click in here and we're going to locate our image. I've got this one here of a group of people. You can't see it because of the way that my Finder is set up just now, but if we click open, it will upload that image file to the crop image tool, and now we'll be able to see it. So it'll just take a little second to load, but we can see this one is of a group of people. So now what we can do is we can begin to crop. So we maybe want to crop it so that the guy in blue on the left hand side has been taken out. So all we need to do is basically just drag from the top left, or the bottom left, and reposition it. So you'll see we've now cut him out. If we want to maybe cut out the people on the right hand side, then we just do exactly the same and we just bring it here. Now, what's quite nice is it still gives us these guides as well, and if we want to, let's say for example we want to move across to the left hand side, we can just click and drag like this. If we wanted to maybe focus on these two people in the middle, then all we do is just crop down to them, and again we can then reposition. So let's say for example I'm happy with this crop here, so we've cut out the guy on the right hand side and we've cut out the guy on the left hand side. All we need to do is click on download, and it will then basically allow us to save the image. Let's open it up, and you'll see we have now cropped it to have just these two people here. Now, something just to be mindful of is when you're cropping, try not to crop too tight, because in this case here, like this one for example, what's going to happen is if it's cropping it, it's going to zoom in slightly, and you may find that it might become slightly pixelated. In this one, it's not too bad because it's a fairly high resolution image, but if it wasn't a high resolution image in the first place and we crop in tight like this, we may find that it might become pixelated. Now, let's say for example we're going to drop this back to here, and let's just put the three people here like this. If we wanted to maybe do some work with this image, so this could be maybe like a recruitment drive for, join an amazing team, what we could do is we could click Open in Adobe Express, and we can actually use the Adobe Express tool to then add some extra information to this particular image. We can basically add our text, maybe some elements, and even do things like resize it. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Open in Adobe Express. Now we do need to have an Adobe Express account to use this. They're completely free to use, and it basically gives you what you get in Canva and a few extra features for free. I've already logged in, you can see up here, and that's why I'm able to click on this button and get taken straight into Adobe Express to then edit this image. If I wasn't logged in, I would have had to log in or create my account. So you'll see that this image has now been brought in to Adobe Express. We've got it here. Now the artboard surrounding it is one that has already been selected for me. I could, of course, go and create a different size artboard and then upload this image and work with it. In this case though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just position it maybe over here, and then we could put some text into here. So let's resize this actually to pop it into about this size here. And then the text down the right hand side might just be like some contact details. So I'm going to go to text, and in here I'm going to type in contact, and let's see if there are any presets for contact. So you'll see here we've got some contact information. Let's just use that one. We'll maybe drag this along. Now this is quite large, so I'm going to just make it smaller and maybe put it in here. And you'll see we can still make use of the crop options here. So if I need to be a little bit more detailed with my crop here, maybe pop it into there, maybe pop them up to here, and with this we could then resize it. And this maybe works perfectly for something like a web page. So if you're maybe doing a design for somebody for the web page layout, or it could even be that you just want this to appear on a web page as an image, you could bring it in like this. We could then customize the text, or we could simply just use this as maybe something that's going to be shared with somebody. It could even be something like your signature if you want. There's plenty of uses. But in this moment here, we've got this. I might want to come in and maybe change the color of these icons. So you'll see in this case, I can go to more colors, and we can maybe use one of the colors here, or it might even be quite nice to maybe pick some colors from here. So we can maybe use the sort of yellowy color from this guy's shirt. So I'm just going to pick maybe that one. Let's pick a color from here, and then for the final icon, we'll pick another color from in here. Let's just add blue. So you get the idea. I've done it very, very quickly. And then all we need to do from here is just click on download. I'm not going to worry about making sure it's perfectly centrally aligned and whatnot for the purposes of this tutorial. Well, let's just click download though. So we've taken our image that we've cropped using the crop tool, we've brought it into Adobe Express, and we've popped in a little text template with some contact information. So as I said, even if you're just sharing this from maybe the bottom of a brochure or something, this might work quite well. Hopefully that video tutorial has given you some ideas about how you could use the crop tool, even if you're just using it to crop out some people from a standard image that you're maybe uploading to, you know, to a book or something like that, or making a photo book. Hopefully you found it useful. If you have, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, then do consider subscribing to show your support. There are plenty of other Adobe Express and Canva tutorials on this channel, so be sure to check them out. And finally, if you have any questions or comments about this video or this tool, drop them in the comments area below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks again for watching.